May 30th, Friday. I know yesterday I posted that video, what happened, and I stand by it. Matter of fact, I had a download, vision, dream, whatever you want to call it, last night during the day, and still I am reluctant to post videos. But yeah, I saw that, and it kind of reminded me of how it used to be when I saw this for the first time back in the 60s, 1960s. Yes, I'm old, very old, but I'm still alive. Brought back, encountered 2 different near death, maybe more. I lived in the streets of Chicago. I've been shot at, this and that, stabbed on my left side, my shoulder. So I was trying to get the reaction of the people, how people were. See, when I posted the video yesterday, I posted it right away without hesitating, without thinking. The first thing that popped in my mind. That's why I think out of the box. I just say it like it is. My site is homemade. I don't provide fancy graphic animation. I've said that many, many times. I think out of the box. I say it like what I feel. I might be wrong, I might be right. But if you look at my prior videos, you'll see that I have a pretty good track record. I read the stars. Passion for almost 3 decades. A lot of you have not been born, or you were in elementary school while I was doing what I'm doing with my covering of comets, reading the constellations, just reading the prophecies. There's so many data. I've been wiped out 3 times already with my computer. I had images that'll blow your mind, supernatural revelations. So I'm looking at all this, right? And they need to do this. They need to do that ASAP. If they're going to crucify Donald Trump, let them do it. Oh, no, I don't want to say they let them do it. As the Republican nominee for president. He's been president before, so we already know what to expect from him. But remember, every day he was attacked. Every single day, these demons attacked him over and over with ridiculous allegations. Took a lot of focus away. And then he got backstabbed like a bunch of Judas that got in and backstabbed him. And he survived. He gave us the best economy. No wars. Remember, them feed off hatred, feed off death, feed off deception, feed anything negative, anti. They do. The book of Revelation, we're at war. We've been at war for 70 years. They've been destroying us from within. I covered that with the Father's Right since the 1980s, 90s, 20s. I already know the players. A lot of us know the players, where they came from. Nazi Germany, communist, the USSR, the dark side. They all to work together. And the reptilians. A lot of you don't think they exist. Por favor. All you got to do is look at the ancient artifacts that show them. What do I see coming up? I see this. I see this in the bio sense. I see this. I don't care what party, if you're Democrat or Republican or Independent, Libertarian, or no party, green party, yellow party, blue party, single party, it don't matter. We're in the same ship. Those, I don't care what sexual orientation right now. I know the Christians, and I love them because I'm a Christian and I believe in God and Jesus. think like, as for you guys, as a business, is this good business? Right now, you're living a luxury lifestyle. You're making numerous, numerous. You're making numerous amount of money. I just had my mic turned off. I would love to do a live stream. I'm thinking of doing a live stream. You know, you see stuff like this in Virginia where they had a Republican governor. That's why I was a Democrat before, back in the 70s and 80s. Then I turned to the independent, and now, thanks to Trump, I'm a Republican. But I see the Republican Party as weak, bought out. You know, a bunch of rhinos. And the only reason Trump, you had Hillary running, so he had to convert to a Republican, even though his children were all registered Democrats. So this ain't about party. This is about survival. And I would highly recommend you guys check this site right here. You need to learn survival right now as of oi. I mean, every single survival video out there, solar panels, energy, water, it's self-preservation mode, folks. We are in self-preservation mode. Me, I'm already old. I did not want to come back when I had my death. I just happened to be in the hospital when I had my heart attack. In the hospital for something else. I was at a urologist's office upstairs. Doctor walks in. He was, okay, how you doing? We're having a conversation. And all of a sudden, bam, the tunnel, the butterfly effect, whatever you want to call it, sucked like warp speed, something like Star Trek, being warped, but peaceful, no pain, nothing. And then seeing this bright, beautiful light at the end, but I couldn't see from the shoulder on up. The only thing he let me remember, the Lord let me remember, or the Archangel, Gabriel, because I brought that back with me, Gabriel. I didn't know who Gabriel was before. Now I know a lot about him. And I pray to him. I talk to him. I in my thoughts, in my prayers, as I'm doing this video, I'm talking to him back in my mind, back behind me. I mean, we are living in the end times. I mean, all the signs are there. Satellites falling off the sky. Every week you see another image of satellites. You got this. This here is a fragment of the comet 12P. Because spaceweather said it was a comet fragment. NASA said it was a fragment comet, a piece. And I talked about that in my prior videos about fragmentation. We're living in the end times. How do I know this? Well, Saint Malachi, the last pope. We have the last pope right now. The book of Revelations, the book of Enoch, the Hopi prophecy, and there's other prophecies that I mentioned in I think it was 3 videos ago, about the Vatican keeping secrets. We already know who the anti-blood is. We already know it, because behind them is death, destruction, deception, anything to do with D. We got chicken farms and being destroyed. We got bird flu now, the Iowa killing chickens. You don't think this is an attack? There's so many food processing places being burnt down, destroyed, churches being destroyed. It just goes on and on and on. And how come none of these got prosecuted? They done how many wars? Look at 10 wars, 0 trials. The crime that Donald Trump did, I'm going to tell you what the crime is. No wars, no destruction. That's what he brought. Goodness, good economy, safer. The Euphrates River. The Euphrates River was at its peak. If you look back during his time period, don't you think nature, spiritual? I'm speaking spiritual now. I got to go to spiritual level right now. The Euphrates River, if you look at the time he was there, in nature was high. It was water. Because the frequency, the vibration was there. You think Donald Trump is an accident? Absolutely not. He's not an accident. What do you think the it's this is so true. This is so true. They're coming after you. I mean, they poisoned us. They're really. I mean, I'm gonna have my other channels up and running. My Rumble channel, my Beach Brew channel, and probably get a local channel. Probably get Patreon channel. Get a blues check mark on Twitter X, and other sites. If I get banned, I get banned. But this is it, folks. This is, I mean, I could go on and on and on. And I would love to do a live stream and probably talk an hour without thinking about the time. I don't care about the money anymore. I don't care about subscriptions, thumbs up, or anything like that no more. I don't care about editing anymore. If you're gonna, I notice when I go out to the doctor's office or the grocery store or anywhere outside when I finally get out of the house, I mean, strangers just come up to me and talk. And there was a brother Mike, that reminded me of that. I said, wow, that's happening to a lot of people. And I'll put a link down below who I'm talking about, brother, But this is it. I mean, we're not even in summer. We're sending bad vibrations. Is there a solution to this? Absolutely. I've been saying that from day one. God, family, country. God, family. The pyramid structure. We turned against God. We turned against fathers, and we turned against family. We turned against. It's just the feminist, the spirit of Jezebel. They've been on this for 70 years. Corrupt every single institution. There was a 1962 report. I've done a video on that. I provided statistics. The destruction of America. The destruction of the ego from within. I've been doing this for a long time, people. I'm an old soul. Very old. You have no idea. So, we are now on a spiritual. And I'm not just talking about the United States. I'm talking about the planet. I mean, they've been feeding you bugs and food. You got to be careful. You got to read these instructions. You're eating bugs and don't know. You're getting sick. You're getting weaker. You don't feel the energy no more. I mean, you got hailstorms. I mean, you got there's so much that I could report. But you see it. Trust yourself. Trust your spirit. Trust yourself. We got people going to vote for election, but you got to understand. They're smarter. They've been doing this forever. They planted their seeds in the elections. I mean, you're dealing with forces that know how to deal with all this. They planned all this. How you think they destroyed the Father from within? If you knew the Matrix, there's like a 1,000-piece puzzle there. How they did it year after year with Joe Biden's help. Remember this, USC 42, Section 666. Those 3 sponsors. This was during Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan opened the door for with no-fault divorce. He said he regretted. That was one of the biggest things he regretted. But he also signed a bill about child support, how they crucified men. Section 666. Those 3 sponsors. Brady, that used to be a New York Knicks basketball player from New Jersey. You had some guy from Louisiana, and you had Joe Biden. This is 1986, and so anything, and then basically destroy the minority community, destroy the Father. There was no unity. We tried and tried. Oh, took responsibility, but we didn't know it was them, the trolls. It was them. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Since 2020, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris stole the White House. Remember that. Keep that in mind. These people stole an election. They did not do this legitimately. They did not win. They lost, and then in the middle of the night, 4 o'clock in the morning, votes just appeared out of somebody.
People are waking up. People are awoken. Because now it's just destruction. You're being destroyed. I could go on and on with space weather, with the clouds, with the hot thermosphere, other stuff. I could go on and on, but
we are at Defcon 1.
Yes, we are now in Defcon 1. On the spiritual front, physical front, soon, I'm not talking about missiles, which could be any time, any moment. Am I doom and gloom? My mission was to basically save one. I'm only one lighthouse. There's 7 billion with the B. Or probably less now. Soon keep dropping and dropping and dropping. I'm just one. If I could save one, my mission here is complete. My videos are raw. Sometimes I feel like editing it. Sometimes I edited them, and sometimes I don't. I speak 2 languages. I have difficulty speaking both. Yo hablo español, yo hablo inglés. I was born and raised here. So pray, but also for warriors. You took an oath to defend the Constitution. I know I love my fellow brothers. Oh, Lord is going to take care of this. Just pray. No, you got to pray. Yes, definitely. But also you got to take that sword of righteousness. You got to stand up and do something. You need to do something. Post, contribute, join, vote, register, do something. These demons that are in control, they've been exposed. They've been exposed. So now's the time. I mean, we know there's voter beep, voter fudge. That's why we need volunteers. We need poll workers. Because let me tell you, you feel it. I feel it. I see it. You see it. So it's not one person's opinion. You see this right here, this article right here, this airflow in there. We're being boiled like frogs. We're in a frog. This data right here, the last time it was 1957. We've been in a hot pattern for months. If you hit here, this layer right here has been boiling. Okay, it happened in 1959 or 58. But it was just temporary. I think it was a day or two. I mean, they're not providing data anymore. Let me show you. Right here. Oops, hit the wrong one. Right here. Okay, this data right here, where it shows that one spike where it got the hot back in 1958. Right here, if you look at 2020, 21, 22, 23, no, 22, they stopped providing the data. Okay, it's been at hot mode for, let's look at this. See right there? I mean, there's a lot of videos on what this means. Okay? We've been in a hot mode. Let's just let's take the calendar. Let's go to the 1st of May. 1st of May, hit there. Okay, we're warm on the 1st of May. Let's take it to the 15th. We're hot. We are hot. We've been at hot now. I don't know if it's 15 days, 20 days. So we're already being boiled. You see the heat. You see the anomalies. You see the veil lifting. The filament. You're starting to see shifts. There's so much. There's so many people out there with brilliant observation and news, data, facts, earthquake, volcanoes, people going crazy, violence, ethnic, stealing, corruption, adultery, divorce. The list goes on and on. And what happened with Trump, if you look at the astronomy, when you look at the study of the stars, always use the Trump card. And there's so many reference to Trump, trumpet, Trump, this, that. And if you look at numerology, 777, there's so much. And yes, I focus on this. Yes, there's an anti-tail. Yes, it's already having an effect. Anti-tail, anti. I mean, it's already connected with the sun. June 2nd, when it comes closest, and after that, it just think of a rubber band being stretched. It's all connected. Then all of a sudden, stretch, bing. But it's happening right now. The history of this comet in the Book of Eden. Listen to it. How people became crazy. 1500 BC. Look at the research I did. I've done 70 videos plus on this comet. That's what I do. I read the messages. I read the harbinger. I said it from day one. The angel of death. It's here. It's here. And it still haven't even got close to Earth. Think about that. You see everything rapid with the eclipse. And what else did I see? Prepare. Survival mode. We are. Let me replay this again.
We are at Defcon 1.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.